Hi, today we are going to be looking at beginner flutes in the key of A. A couple of real popular ones would be one from Butch and one from High Spirits. The Butch is made from Eastern red aromatic cedar. It has kind of a traditional looking styled block, 6-hole flute. Both of these are made in one-piece construction board flutes. The High Spirits flute is made from Spanish cedar, a little different style of block, kind of a double-ended block versus the chimney style. The mouthpieces are very, very different. The Butch has a fairly blunt nipple style mouthpiece with a very small breath hole opening compared to the High Spirits. The High Spirits is also blunt, but it tapers more, and it's shaped in kind of a wedge, which, regardless of the flute type, I like to be able to kind of rest it on my lower lip. And this one, because this is such a steep angle here, it almost makes me hold the flute out further than what I like to hold it in the position. Where the High Spirits flute tends to rest much easier, and I can position that in a more comfortable position for me and my playing style. Just a personal deal. Wall thickness is about the same. Bore size looks to be the same. And I'm going to start with the Butch flute here, sound-wise. Oh, the Butch flute has a little bit more back pressure and a much, much smaller true sound hole with a very, very slight chimney built into the back of the block. The chimney does absolutely nothing for blocking wind or things if you're outdoors. And so I'm not sure. The purpose does affect the playing a little bit, but this one does require a little bit more breath pressure because it just seems to be the way it needs to be played. And the High Spirits. Top 3 hole, or the top 2 holes being played. Butch High Spirits. And then I'm going to add one more to the mix here. But I think that gives a good indication of what those would be like. And all of the information for those 2 flutes will be down in the description box under the video. and so that you can contact them if you're interested in one of their flutes. The Butch Hall costs a little bit less than the High Spirits. I think they're both good flutes. My personal preference, and everybody's going to be different, but my personal preference is for the High Spirits. I just like the mouthpiece better. And a little less back pressure. I feel that it's a little bit more responsive to player input because of that. This is one that I make. This is a basic one. This one happens to be made of Alaskan yellow cedar, and this is what I call my Outdoorsman Design. Again, 6-hole flute. This has a smaller bore, a 3/4 inch bore instead of a 7/8 inch bore, which affects the tone. I like a 3/4 inch bore size for an A flute. That's just the preference that I am leaning towards now. That one compared to the Butch Hall real quick. And again, the Brent Adams flute. So, 3 basic entry-level beginner style flutes. And the reason that I think most people recommend the A flutes is because the finger hole spacing is easier to reach. They're closer together. The bottom flute here is the Butch Hall, and the finger holes are very slightly closer together than on the I'm going to move this cover out of the way. Whoop. Well, there's just different spacing actually. If you look at the set of 3, those 3 and these 3 they look to be exactly the same. And if I position this a little bit, the High Spirits might be just slightly, this one might be slightly further away from that second hole than on the Butch Hall flute. They're almost identical. There's a little bit bigger space in between the 2 sets of 3, which doesn't affect your finger reach any. So, and my flute compared to the High Spirits or the Butch Hall, it's kind of hard to hold all 3 of them. Mine is very slightly closer together, very, very slightly closer together. Slightly larger finger holes because I like the way that you can do half holes better that way. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative for you to help you decide between 2 of the most recommended beginner flute to start with in the key of A is Butch Hall or High Spirits. Kind of a personal preference thing. There isn't a huge price difference, but if you're looking for the most affordable, it would have to be the Butch Hall. Mine would sit kind of in the middle price-wise, and the High Spirits sits right at about $100. The Butch Hall, if I remember correctly, I want to say it's like $60, and you would add shipping to those if you're buying them online someplace. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Click the little bell down over there so that you're notified for the next time that I post a video. And that could be a tutorial on how to play these wonderful instruments. I do have tutorials in the key of A. That is the one that, again, it's the key that is most recommended. It's a good, it's not too high of a pitch, but it's a small enough flute to where the finger holes are very, very easily reached. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a wonderful, great day. Take care.